Hey, I am back today to start reading on page 51 and finish this chapter. We are now a third of the way through the book. I can't believe it. Anyway, once again, thank you again for watching and listening and reading along with me and just supporting me. I appreciate it. All right, so bottom of page 51. I don't know how much more he was going to keep beating my head into the wall. For days, I would feel the bruises as I brushed or shampooed my hair, triggering flashbacks of the days before. For the next few months, he stalked me at school, showed up at my front door, and threw rocks at my window on the third-story apartment building in the middle of the night. A restraining order was issued, but it never stopped him. He, quote, loved me. He was allowed by the police to harass me at my door as long as he didn't come in the room. There were nights of calling the police repeatedly. They forced him to leave, but he would return immediately after the cops left. Ben enrolled in the same college. He knew I didn't want to be with him because I had told him, I'm going to college and you don't want more for your life. I ran into him at school. My adoptive older brother had just moved back and was also attending college with me. We had a tight relationship. Ben had never met my brother Jeff. He is 6'4" and rather intimidating with his authoritative voice, but to me, he is a puppy dog. He is sweet as can be, and we had a close bond, even though he was 12 years older and never lived at home. He had already been through a couple of failed marriages in the Navy, but was starting over now. He was back living with my parents and going to college with me. We fished and drank beer together, spent hours talking about life, and took college classes together. This day, we were walking on campus to class, and Ben spotted us. Oh my God, we need to go. There's that jerk, Ben. Jeff replied, where? I'm going to get that asshole. Just then, Ben sees us. He walks over with intention. Are you sleeping with him now? He says smugly. Jeff loses it and begins to take his backpack off to get ready to begin fighting. Ben begins to do the same. I am caught in the middle. This happens to be my brother, you idiot, I say loudly. The room is filled with students changing classes, and we are the center of attention now. I stand between the two walls of testosterone and say, stop it right now. This is my brother, dumbass. Ben says, oh, sorry. He turns into his outdoor guy again. Mr. Congeniality speaks with a big fat smile. Oh, I am sorry, man. Jeff turns and grabs his pack as he says, leave my little sister alone. Half an hour later, Ben is crouched by my car, ready to flatten my tire. As I approach, he sees me coming and flees like a nasty, irritating crow that has been stealing food from a picnic table and does it with an arrogance and pride in being obnoxious. I never saw him again. He stole the piece of me that was naive to physical abuse from a lover. I had never even been spanked. Much later, I ate crow as I told Mama D in her old age, you were right, I didn't come from India to do this. I am worthy of much greater. Someone who respects me and thinks I'm special. She replied, I always knew you were special. That is why we adopted you. Yeah, that whole scene with my brother was kind of crazy. You know, just being around that guy again and having to see him and, you know, just the way he reacted to my brother. Of course, he had never met my brother, but still, I mean, it was just kind of crazy. And, you know, it really scared me that he could keep coming to my room, my apartment at the time. He would show up at the door and the cops would never make him stay away. I mean, they couldn't do a whole lot. He was only coming there and just being a jerk. And so, you know, I got that restraining order, but I'd call the cops, and as soon as they left, he'd turn around and come back. So I never felt safe. And I never could settle down after that for quite a while. I felt unsafe at night, and even going to my apartment or going to work or going to school, I had to worry about this jerk following me around. And I think a lot of women deal with that in life. You know, they meet these people that are just absolute jerks and they don't let go of them. They can't move on. They can't just accept that this is not the person for them. You know, they have to have control or whatever that ego thing is. And it's so hard on women to have to deal with someone like this, because it pulls you back and it takes away that piece of you that wants to believe that men are good, that men are kind, that men can be gentle and loving. And it really took that away from me through that whole situation. Not that I don't hold on to it or anything now, but at the time I was only 18, 19 years old, and it was just so hard to deal with. And I know there's a lot of women out there that have dealt with it. I've talked to many women that have. So anyway, that's all I have to say tonight. Hope you all have, or wherever you are, hope you're having a good day or having a good night, whatever it is. I hope you're enjoying yourself. And thank you again for listening and, just being here, and all your likes and your comments and your messages that you send me. I just love it. I really, really appreciate you.